Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order. We have the prayer and the pledge by Councilman David Merrill.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas.
Present.
Councilmember Brooke Marcotte. Here. Councilmember Warren White.
Here.
Councilmember Troy Como.
Here.
Councilmember David Merrill.
Here.
Councilmember Ron Davis.
Here.
Councilmember Dan Dahl.
Here. Thank you. Item 1, public comment. Before we start that, I'd ask you to put your phones on silent. Madam Clerk?
Marlon Lewis to discuss items 5B and C.
Which is P, B, and Z. B and Z.
Hello, council, mayor, and council. How y'all doing?
Good evening.
Good to see y'all again. Y'all look good.
Thanks, sir.
You look
Come
rested.
to represent the greatest council of all time and tell you guys hello and wish y'all luck. All honesty, I'm coming on behalf of Downtown Neighborhood Association and the Olive Branch Masonic Lodge, thanking you all for the partnership, ensuing partnership for the betterment of the Downtown Neighborhood Association in that community, and the partnership they have with the Olive Branch Lodge. We appreciate y'all for what y'all do, and if y'all need Olive Branch Lodge, most of you know how to reach me, but it's all about a partnership. And I know this last council and this council is looking forward to working out these partnerships, because healthy partnerships is what's going to rebuild this city. So thank y'all for what y'all do, and that's all I want to do is say thank y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
I still want your autograph.
Item 2A.
Acceptance of the minutes, regular meeting of February 18th, 2025, which will be published on March 8th, 2025.
Motion.
I need a motion.
Second.
Motion by Councilman David Merrill. Who's it?
Second.
Councilman David Merrill and Councilman Ron Davis. Thank y'all. Is there any discussion or comments on the minutes of the meeting from February 18th? Hearing and seeing none, please vote your machines. Thank you very much. Item 3A.
Fire Chief Gordon Copel to present Brandon Spencer with the City of New Iberia Life Safety Award.
Council, how y'all doing?
All right.
Ain't no more real, I'm not gonna make you say anything. We nervous.
You look good, buddy.
That's it. That's our hero.
So this is Mr. Spencer's family. So on January 22nd in early afternoon, when we were receiving all that heavy snow that some of us were enjoying, Miss Spencer and her family had a fire in their trailer, in their mobile home. It did significant damage. I don't think it's not livable. Y'all still not in it. So what happened was, Mr. Spencer noticed a fire in the kitchen coming from the stove area, and instead of running, hiding, doing like most kids did, he went into the bedroom and informed his mother that they had a fire. And as you see, she has a pretty good sized family, and allowed him time for all of them to get out. So Ms. Marcotte had contacted me. We didn't know the exact details. I think someone had contacted her and suggested that we provide him with this award, and we agreed. If the council has any comments, now's the time.
I do. Brandon, thank you so much for what you've done. I hope that other children might see this and realize that they're capable of saving their families' lives too, if need be. There's no age limit as to when you could be a hero and save somebody. I found out about everything through Coach Dornett from the school, so I appreciate her reaching out to me, because if she wouldn't have told me, I probably would have never known which family was affected. But Brandon, that's amazing. Good job. Thank you.
And also, I want to thank you, young man. And you see all the support you have out here and the support up here. We want you to continue doing your best, and good job.
Yes, sir.
Want to congratulate you too. Thank you for watching over your family. That was quick. You did it quickly. So it lets me know that you really care for your family and you're a good young man. Keep doing your things that you're doing, all right?
I'd like to say something.
Sure.
Mr. Spencer, that was a very heroic deal that you did. You should feel extremely good about it. My family has had 2 fires to recover from, and I know it's going to take a little while for y'all to get back on your feet. But stand tall, and at least you can take a look around and your family is still with you. So you keep up the good work for what you're doing and everything, and if you need some help, holler at us, okay? You have a good one, okay? All right, thank y'all.
Brandon, you're a New Iberia hero.
Yes, sir.
That's a
The
good
City of
thing.
New Iberia and the New Iberia Fire Department presents a life-saving award to Brandon Spencer for his actions on January 22nd, 2025.
All right.
Chief, can you get his application, Chief? We can get his application.
Yeah, bring him
Y'all want a picture with him? A group photo?
What school he goes
With the
to?
little hero, 6-year-old?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brandon,
Daspy?
yes, he goes to Daspit.
Let's come in the front and get a picture with you.
Yeah, and please have your award in.
Come on, Chief.
Come on, buddy, you stay right here. They gonna bite you.
Y'all want to go in the front? Come in the front. Yeah, let's go.
No. Go in the front, bye.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I don't know if I got to fit there.
Don't get in there. 1, 2, 3. Come on, girls.
It's okay, Corey.
That was nice. All your pictures and everything.
It's like you never get rid of that smell.
No, you can't. You may as well burn it down. And what the fire don't do, fire department.
Yeah, you're right.
No, she wasn't doing it. All right, everybody back. Item 4A.
Ordinance number 2025-04, an ordinance awarding contract to Turf Tank for the lease of an automated field marking machine and further authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
I need a motion to open this public hearing.
Second.
Second.
This time it was Councilman Troy Como and it was Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas. Is there any public comment on this item?
Let's get it to work. You guys in need.
Seeing no public comment, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Okay.
Second. Either or.
It don't matter.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas and Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte. Now I need a motion for the main motion.
Move.
Councilman David Merrill and Councilman Troy Como. Is there any discussion on the main motion? This is the turf tank marking machine we have been waiting on and, gonna save a lot of labor. Everybody good? Then please vote your machines. Thank you very much. Ruby.
Special ordinance number 2024-2025-09, an ordinance amending the budget for donations to the Veterans Memorial.
I need a motion to open this public hearing.
Motion.
Councilman Ron Davis had his hand up first, and Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte. Is there anyone here to comment on this item? Seeing none, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas and Councilman Warren White. Now, I need the main motion.
Motion.
Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte and Councilman Warren White. Is there any discussion on this main motion? These are bricks for the veterans.
Yeah, we talked about it last week.
We did, yes, sir.
It's pretty good.
Everybody good? Then please vote your machines. Thank you. Receipt.
Special ordinance number 2024-2025-10, an ordinance amending the budget to carry over the remaining portion of the Jefferson Terrace Drainage Project Phase 2.
I need a motion to open this public hearing.
Motion.
Councilman Ron Davis, and who had the second?
Second.
Hey, Mayor.
Merrill.
David Merrill? Okay, Councilman David Merrill. I think it was Councilman Warren White, but it's okay. We all good. We getting fast. Is there anybody to comment on this item? Good thing we don't run out of motion. Seeing no one, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, Councilman Warren White. Now we're off to the main motion. Any takers? I need a motion. Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte, and who's the second?
I'll second.
Okay, Councilman Ron Davis. Is there any discussion on the main motion?
I just want to say, when we talked about it, it's gonna be a good deal, because from what you talked about, it's gonna be big enough to be able to support
Oh, it's
some other
helping.
stuff
It's
too.
helping already.
Yeah, look like they're getting ready to open pretty soon.
Good. Everybody good? Please vote your machines. 3D, Madam Clerk.
Special ordinance number 2024-2025-11, and ordinance amending the budget to carry over
Yes, sir.
funding for the Love's Travel Stop Bore for Sewer.
I need a motion to open this public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by, who was the motion? I heard a voice. Councilman Warren White and Councilman Ron Davis had his hand up. You have to give me some noise every once in a
Okay.
while. I don't look that
Sound
way
good.
all the time. Is there anybody to comment on this item from the public? Hearing seen none, I need a motion to close.
Motion.
Councilman Brooke Marcotte,
Second.
Councilman Troy Como. Now, we're on to the main motion.
Motion.
Councilman Brooke Marcotte and Councilman Troy Como. Is there any discussion on this item? Ooh, I can't keep up. Yes, sir.
I was just passing through the other day, and it seemed like it's moving along pretty fast.
Quickly, quickly.
Real quick. Signs up says it's coming real soon, so
Yeah.
looking forward to it. Yes, sir.
I think we all are. Anybody else? Any other comments? Then please vote your machines. Thank you very much. 5A.
Resolution number 2519, a resolution appointing Karen Bechet to the Municipal Civil Service Board for a five-year term to fill a vacancy created by the expiration of term of Karen Bechet, whose term expires March 31st, 2025.
I need a motion.
I move.
Go unanimous. By unanimous, man. Good, because she's good.
Yeah.
I got to pick somebody, so who made the noise? Everybody.
No,
Councilman Troy Como, and a second. Who was the second?
I do it.
Councilman
Second.
Ron Davis, fine.
Sure.
Any discussion on this? Everybody good?
Thank you.
I would just say thank you for your service.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's-
Yeah, it's always a big thank you.
Yes,
No,
absolutely.
thank you. And you do a good job for us. Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. Absolutely.
And now we get you for 5 more years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
With an option to renew.
Yes, sir.
I've been knowing Miss Karen for a long time, and can't say enough about her character. I know that she will do the best that she can with what she have, and it's just, like I said, I know she's going to do a phenomenal job of what she do. Everything I've seen, she always did. So good luck.
Sure.
And we're always here to help, because
Definitely.
reach out to us and give us a call, because that's what we're here for,
Well, so far, it's been an easy job.
okay? But we're here. We're here, though.
Don't say
good to
that
hear.
too loud.
We'll try to step it up. No. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then please vote your machines. Thank you, and thank you for your service. We really appreciate it. 5B.
Resolution number 2520, a resolution awarding contract to Gaspard Heating and Cooling LLC for the American Rescue Plan Act Neighborhood Investments Project, Downtown Neighborhood Association, and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
This is our partnership with the Masonic Lodge and the Downtown Neighborhood Association and the City of New Iberia with our ARPA funds, just so everybody knows the three of those, that's what forms this partnership. Anyway, I need a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion. Oh, are you part of the organization?
No.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they can't. if they-
Okay, anybody?
Yeah, because if you're on the board, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so then you'll
You
have
can't,
to
you
abstain
can't
from
sustain on the vote,
voting.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is in Warren's district, huh?
No, it's mine.
No, it's downtown.
No, it's in
No, that's
Ron's
his
district.
Yeah, the Masonic.
But I knew you were on the
downtown.
board, so.
On Ann Street.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. I went to look at it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a motion by Councilman Brooke Marcotte and a second by Councilman Warren White. Any discussion on this item? Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank the council for this donation and this grant money. It will be well served within the community. It's much needed within the community. And I appreciate Olive Branch for opening up the doors for us. It needs a little help, and I think this is just going to touch the surface, you know. So it's taken a while coming, and you know, can't wait to get started. We made a few meetings that were pretty hot in there, so I know when the air conditioning come through, I will appreciate it. Okay, but that's about it. I tell you what, I was questionable though, being that I seen they had the 3 bids out. The 2 lower bids were pretty close, and I was just worrying about the warranty and the efficiency ratings, how close they were, if they were, you know.
It was pretty comparable. Councilman Dan Dahl, that's his. He's an
Expertise.
Yeah, I
expert,
went and looked at
subject matter expert. He
I
he
went
went
and
out
looked
to
at
it with me. Tell him about it, Dan.
Well, we went and looked at it with Marlo and the mayor, and
Yeah.
I kind of helped design some of the stuff. And it's pretty, what it is they're all going to be the same warranty, they're all going to be the same efficiency, because it's a commercial unit.
Yeah.
What's
So-
that look like though, when you say warranty?
Warranty, I'm gonna tell you, it comes with 1 year, all parts, 5 years on compressor, all manufacturers.
Okay.
And it's a commercial, so everybody plays by the same rules.
And we wrote a spec, so everybody
Yeah,
bid the same
They
thing.
had to bid the same thing.
Right.
And, but you know, it's amazing. I was impressed with that large room.
Yeah,
How
it's
nice
pretty
it
big.
is in there.
It is big.
That's big.
I think when you look outside, you think it's large, but when you go inside, it's a nice place. I
It
mean,
is
you know.
underutilized.
Yeah, it is.
I've been going to functions there for 8 years, and
You know,
you can put some.
maybe later on you
big.
can find some funds to do something in the front office areas.
Yeah.
But I think this is, it'll be a big asset to be able to use a place, because you can't use it if it's not air conditioned or condenser.
Correct.
You know, you can't. So I think it's gonna be, it's pretty nice. It's, the floor, everything was, I was impressed.
It's gonna be an outstanding
Ron said
opportunity for the community.
Yeah.
And I think that we have plans, I know we have plans to be able to better utilize it. But I'd ask on the efficiency because of the fact that, you know, coming from
Oh,
electrical
critical.
background,
Yeah.
the efficiency affects your pocketbook, you know.
On our knees, they're all the same. That you can't change the
It's
efficiency
about the
because
same.
of,
Okay.
because of being a commercial in the type.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, okay. Well, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all have the ball over there the other night? No. Y'all did? Yeah. Okay, because I saw pictures online, and I agree, this is something that been needed to be done. Me and you already know that for a long time. And Freddie, we have been to a few functions over there. And that building is historical, man. When we were young, we used to have dances over there. And it was a nice building for us to do what we do. So I would like to see it keep going, growing, and get better. Thank you.
Built in 1974.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I actually had my wedding reception there some years ago. So I had a good time. Did I tear up the floor? Yes, I did.
That's why I saw a worn spot.
That's it. Everybody's good? And the most underutilized room is that bar. Man, that little bar is cool in there. That's a neat little room.
Yeah, hideaway.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. All right, everybody good? We all got our comments in? Please vote your machines. Thank you.
David didn't abstain.
Oh, wait,
No, I didn't.
Ron, you have to re-vote and abstain.
Vote. My bad. Thanks for
Just
reminding
clear the whole thing. Okay, I'd ask everybody to vote again. Thank you. I hadn't even looked up. Good, thank
me.
you.
All right. Appreciate
All
it.
right, same
I don't
subject.
want you to go to jail.
5C.
Resolution number 2521, a resolution awarding contract to Clean Air Services Incorporated for the American Rescue Plan Act Neighborhood Investments Project, Downtown Neighborhood Association, and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
This is to clean the ductwork, because why put new units and not clean the ductwork? So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas and Councilman David Merrill. Is there any discussion on this one? Yes, sir.
I'm glad to see that y'all went the extra mile with
What got
this.
you?
because, I mean, you know, it's been
We looked
sitting
in
for, setting for a long time, and you don't want any mold or whatever to come through. So I think that's a very good move, and much appreciated. So thank you, Dan, for looking out and doing what you have to do. Mayor, thank you as well, and everybody else. Appreciate it.
Any other questions, comments? Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Ron abstain. All right. Thank you. Well, you don't have to do that often, so. All right, 3D.
Resolution number 2522, a resolution approving certificate of substantial completion for the American Rescue Plan Act upgrades to Steamboat Pavilion project and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
All right, David's gonna tell us about it, but before, I'd like to have a motion.
Moved.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, Councilman Dan Dahl. Tell us about it, Dave. Good evening.
So before y'all is the certificate of substantial completion for the Steamboat Pavilion expansion. That is an ARPA project that started a little over a year ago on construction. But over the past, 14 months, we have completed the project to what we call substantial completion level. Attached to the document is also a punch list or inspection report of all the different items that we noted that need to be addressed and sort of fine-tuned with the contractor. So they have this list, they're going through it right now, and they have pretty much this month to complete these items, or bulk of them, in order for us to, fully turn it over and have it functioning for the public. So we ask you, if you would support this, vote on it, and then that kind of starts the next stage for the turnover process and close out. If you have any questions, we do have photos too of the project. Most of it, obviously, is an exterior project, but we have some shots of the inside too.
It's the end.
Did the graffiti come off of the cement?
What's that?
Did the graffiti come off of the cement?
I just got.
We're just
today
in the
I
process
talked-
of doing that. We
Yeah, I
tried to
talked
stay out of the
with
way of the contractor, so,
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely in the works.
They painted
it's
all
in the
that.
works.
Good.
I took
Yeah,
my
see-
son
see-
to see it Monday and got a surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the existing pavilion. We repainted the whole underside of it. Fresh coat on it, on the entire structure, cleaned all the rust off, got it back rehabilitated. There's some downspout gutters being installed that the city has on another project. We have some downspout boots that are gonna be installed that are gonna help tremendously with durability. If anyone's been out there, they've been crushed by vandals. So these downspout boots are, pretty much like 1/8-inch steel. There's no way they're gonna be able to mess with them.
Oh, there's a lot. Yeah.
The stage has lights that are integrated that can be utilized for basic function on the actual stage component, so you can see the lights on. Illuminates very nicely, but there's also a lighting rig that the city's gonna be acquiring or has already acquired, donated from the chamber that is gonna be utilized for more enhanced lighting, colored lights, all those type of rotating lights and things like that. Laney, did you have any of the inside?
I did it, y'all weren't paying attention.
Oh, I was talking.
I saw it, Lainey. They
Okay,
were
so
nice.
this is a sample. That's the single-use restroom. Epoxy flooring is very durable. Concrete or CMU walls, extremely durable. Concrete ceiling, black partitions that helps with graffiti. It's a very strong type of construction, and all the materials we selected, we wanted to make sure they were durable and long-lasting. All LED lighting, so it's very energy efficient. And then we have these auxiliary storage spaces too on the sides. So it allows for storage of chairs, tables, anything that needs to be in close proximity to the actual pavilion's function. Any questions?
Questions, comments?
Good.
Yes, sir.
Looking at the pictures, a picture's worth 1,000 words. It's a beautiful situation. I'm looking forward to going out there and look at it personally. Looking at your list also, it looks like you went through it with a fine-tooth comb.
I did.
You know?
I like to think that I excel at making good punch lists.
Yeah, well, I mean, I looked it over and it seemed like
You do.
Yeah.
there was a lot of things. There was, I mean, it looked like nothing went untouched.
I have the impression that the city is putting up, a client puts up a lot of money for these projects, and we expect the quality of the work to reflect that, so,
Yeah, we appreciate that
no
too.
problem.
The work's got to meet the design.
Exactly.
That's it.
Question on the stage part of it. Is there a lot of electrical outlets around for the people that may be playing bands and
Yeah.
everything like that, so they don't have any problems
Yes,
with
sir,
reaching
exactly.
too far
So,
out?
each column, there's 4 columns on the wheel, each one has outlets on it. And
Okay.
then on the back wall, we have 6 outlets,
Okay.
which range from like a 15 amp to up to a 30 amp. And then we also have a 100 amp disconnect on the
Cool,
stage.
cool,
So we cover the bases.
right, okay.
No blackouts.
Shouldn't be. But I will say, with this day and age, some of these musicians and bands, they're getting more and more elaborate with their stage setups.
Correct.
When they get screens and all these type of effects, so they'll definitely probably push it. But it'll be a good push.
Good, good. Everybody good? Can't thank you enough.
No problem. I appreciate it.
Please
Fun
vote your
project.
machines.
Very fun project.
No, good project. Thank you.
Yep. Thank y'all.
And it's going to be well used by the community. Everybody.
Oh,
uses
yeah.
it. You know? Not yet.
Let the warm tar roll shine.
No, I'm not. All right, 5E.
Resolution number 2523, a resolution approving certificate of completion for the American Rescue Plan Act Drainage Cleanout Project, Area B, and authorizing the mayor to execute any and all documentation in connection therewith.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas and Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte. This is our continuing canal cleaning that is ongoing. We have a total of 4 projects. This is the second, and the other ones are underway as well. Any questions or comments?
I have a question. Okay, so this is the one off of Santa Clara, right?
Yeah, this is B, so.
Says contractor to
one is
remove debris from Santa Clara
Yeah,
M10.
Yeah, this is this.
That's a Santa Clara ditches.
Okay.
Okay, so does it go like around Squirrel Run too, like on the side of Squirrel Run, or am I getting those 2 ditches
No, I
confused?
think that's not the
Yeah.
same one. That's another ditch.
That's the parish, though, right?
Right.
Okay,
On the east side.
Yeah.
okay.
That's the one that we get a lot of calls to clean out, but it's not
It's
ours.
not ours,
We
right?
have in Squirrel Run is 2 little bitty small ditches. That big canal,
Okay,
which runs all the way to the back, that's not us.
okay. The one off of Santa Clara, how far back does it go? Because it almost seems like 2 different projects must have
Well,
gone
it
on at the
goes
same
Santa
time.
Clara, then it keeps wandering around, and then it doesn't it go into the M10?
It dumps in the
It
M10.
dumps into the M10, and the M10 goes to the body. Now, some of the M10 is not in the city, it's in the parish.
Okay,
But those canals all feed, and the main feeder canal that goes to Bayou Teche back there is M10.
okay. I had a question today about the cleanup where it goes behind Russo, and I don't know if that's us or the parish.
Russo.
Russo,
That's over
there's
there,
like a
that's
little
over there, that sugar
cul-de-sac.
mill, the Sugar Land, the subdivision.
That should be outside.
Across the street.
I think it's parish.
TP
That's
Parish.
parish.
It's parish.
That's parish.
So,
And what we're doing, we're providing the parish with a map as soon as this is all finished with everything. We already know what we're doing because we've talked about it constantly, but
Right.
we are going to provide them, our engineer's going to give them a map that says this is everything we cleaned, because the hope is if it's needed, they'll be able to pick up, from the line where we have to stop.
okay. It goes Santa Clara, Russo, then Christopher, and there's a ditch that runs behind all
By the
of
water
them.
plant, by the water facility. By the water treatment facility.
Huh?
Yeah.
I'm not recalling where the water treatment
That's where they
facility
treat the
is.
lime at, behind.
That's where the
Right.
big AT&T tower is.
Right past Christopher.
Oh,
They got a fence.
okay,
They got a
yes,
fence in the
yes,
ditch,
okay.
that's the parish line.
the line.
That's
It's a line right
So
there.
that is us then, that was behind
No,
Russo.
we're on
No.
the other side.
Other side.
On the other side.
We're on the other side of the fence.
See how confusing it is?
It
Okay.
is,
Yeah.
it is.
So I
It
need
is,
to
no,
get with
it
the
is.
parish then with that. Okay. All right, sounds good,
I
thank
had to
you.
call the same call and I told them that's what it was.
Yeah, it gets really confusing.
Everybody good on this one?
Yeah.
Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, 5F.
Resolution number 2524, a resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute an agreement by and between the City of New Iberia and McLean Homes LLC related to Tesh Haven subdivision access.
So moved.
I need a motion, and I got one by Councilman Dan Dahl, and I got a second by Councilman Ron Davis. Discussion on this item. This is our new road. It's not a road, it's a service drive is what it is. It's just an entrance. So we call it a service entrance. That will go into the new residential subdivision. This is the property that we are acquiring in a swap that we've talked about a few times with the hospital. Yes, sir.
So we splitting the cost with the developer?
Yes.
Okay, what we think it's gonna run?
I have an engineer's estimate, and it was $717,000.
Okay.
That is the engineering and the road. It is 50 feet right away, 30 feet road by 475 feet. So that's why it's expensive.
No. So,
But we will be splitting the cost.
Okay.
and where we gonna take them, what's your thoughts on the money, where we gonna take it from?
Well,
I'm asking.
I'm telling.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, we got it covered.
Okay, just wanted
But we had some early estimates, because remember, he puts all the sewer in the entire subdivision. So we're not putting his sewer lines in.
Okay.
He puts in the wet well, the big manhole, okay, the pump station.
The lift station.
Lift station. We take it from there. That's how it is with every commercial project,
in
everything with residential.
Loves,
Okay. We had an estimate that was higher than what it's gonna come in. We've talked to our engineers. There were a couple of early phases of how would we do this. We're gonna have enough money for our share of the road in the savings because the sewer is less.
All right, so, okay, gotcha.
So this worked out.
Okay.
It might have been a little bit of a hassle, and it might have been coming to you, it might have been scratching our heads to figure out where to take the funds. In this way, it all worked out.
No, it washed out.
So.
Yes, sir.
So in other words, the split is a trade-off still. I know we traded properties to get that piece of property.
They're two different deals.
That's different.
One deal is the property trade, okay?
Right.
So that's its own entity.
Another one is that.
Then as another deal, because we said he had to have a second entrance and exit, and it's required, we came up with the developer that we would split the cost of that. That is where that is coming from, and we could do it because we had savings in sewer.
But still, that's, the trade is gonna be not dollars, it is.
No, on the road, it's dollars.
It's dollars on the
On the
road.
property, it's
On
a
the
trade.
property, it's a trade.
Property's a horse trade. The road will cost us some of the money. It's in our budget already from last budget year, from when the budget got approved in November, because the sewer costs less.
Well,
Yes, sir.
The trade was with the hospital.
On the property.
And this was with the developer.
Yeah, two different entities.
Entities, yeah.
Gotcha, okay.
Yes, sir.
On the property with the road, is it gonna be enough to where we don't have to come back and be able to expand this, or?
We will not have to expand it. It is a service drive. It services just that subdivision. You'll be able to come and go to Lewis Street with it.
Okay.
It's wide enough. It meets the requirements. Is the other reason that it costs more because we're
Okay.
doing it right. I
All
don't
right.
want to have to put
That's
in,
what I wanna know.
I'm
I
calling it a
wouldn't have
service
to- yeah.
drive or service access, but
Right.
I want to build it to spec
Right,
because we're going to have a lot of traffic on it.
exactly, that's what I was wanting to know, so we don't have to expand
I
later,
could tell.
you know?
Anybody else? Everybody good? And please vote your machines. Thank you very much. Madam Clerk, 5G.
Resolution number 2525, a resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute an agreement by and between the City of New Iberia and Statewide Electrical Services, LLC, related to supplemental operations in the wastewater department.
Okay, backstory on this, we lost the only operator that we had for the plant, and he decided to retire in one day. So we had no notice, no, anything. You have to have a class 4. Our sewer director's gonna get one. He's working on it, but it's a process. So we are hiring statewide to assist us with their license and inspections. Until. So it's a way that's a stopgap measure. As I explained to him, this is not a permanent situation. We are looking at, obtaining our own operator 4 class, but we don't have anybody right now, so this keeps us legal and keeps the machine moving while we rebuild.
Mayor,
Yes.
so, this contract with them is as needed, or someone will be at the plant the whole
For
time?
right now, until we don't need it, it will be, that license is there and the person will come and inspect. and that will happen every month.
Only when we need it. He's not gonna be employed totally.
No, he's not an
40 hours.
employee, but the rate,
Come periodically and do an inspection.
he has to come and inspect.
Yeah, I just
The
wanted to know if we were-
license is the law.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the law is that he is our Class 4 operator. He will come, he will inspect, he will be there until I find him.
Thank you.
And that should be
Great.
part of the process.
So how hard
Yes,
do
sir.
you think it's going to be to find a qualified operator?
Very hard, sir.
Very hard.
And it's very hard for everybody. I've already checked with a whole collection of mayors. I've already looked online. I've already looked at rates, and I'm doing everything I can to figure out, what's the
gotta
next
train
step.
your own.
You either move people up, but that's not easily done. The difference of a 3 and a 4 is huge. Because you have to have the mindset, the temperament, and now you're running stuff. Now you're at the top of the food chain. So you can take a person. I think the thinking of the past was, well, we have operators 1, 2s, 3s, and 4s, so we'll just move them up. But the difference, it just doesn't work. I mean, that didn't happen for us.
Qualifications, yeah.
Or the desire to do it. You probably have some people who say, I'm pretty well cool where I'm at, because we didn't have a large influx of people wanting to test to move up. That really hasn't happened. It can, and I hope they do. I hope they're listening, because we need people to move up. But in the sewer world, finding people to run those systems, finding people to have Class 4s, those upper positions are hard to find. It's why there's companies popping up to do this.
It'll be expensive too.
Yes, yeah. It's expensive either way.
Right.
So it seems like it may be a while, perhaps.
Might.
Maybe not.
I don't know.
But
I'm taking my 2s in March.
He's got a year and a half process.
So,
Easy.
so the way that you can get points from education or work experience, and when I submitted my application, I had 7 points accumulated when you only need 8 to take your level 4. So I can take up to my level 3s without any courses, as long as I understand the material. But in March, I'm taking my 2s, and then next open exam, I'm gonna take my 3s, so.
But probably a year process?
As often as they have open exams, which I think might be
That's what I was
twice a
wondering.
year.
Yeah, I think it's only
So
twice a
I
year.
may be able to get 3s by the end of the year.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. So if you got 3s this year, then you got the 4 next year.
Right.
It's a little
Yeah,
over a
that
year
would-
process.
Trying to,
Yeah, that's cool.
Good,
as quick as possible.
good, thank you. Yes, sir.
So that monthly fee, is it locked in for however long we need it? Is it?
Yes.
And is it comparable to what the level 4?
Oh, it's cheaper.
Oh, yeah.
No, cheaper?
Well, I mean, I want my employee because
Yeah.
it's a whole
Right,
different animal, but of course, we're fine, money-wise, we're fine.
Good. Okay, we're good.
But that's a good question.
Yeah.
It is. Well, and we met with him, and Barry is cooperating, and he's cutting us a good deal.
Yeah.
He realizes we do other things together, and he runs the plant that we own on half with the parish, so he's kind of already in the game.
Already in
and
there.
he's already here. He
Good.
does other municipalities, so, the guy is doing us a favor,
That's good.
working with us.
That's good.
Everybody good?
Yes.
And please vote your machines. Thank you very much. 5H.
5H.
Who was the motion?
I made the motion to open the first.
Right,
I don't know who
and-
made the second.
I don't know who made the second. I don't remember.
I think I did.
I think it was Ron.
Yeah.
Is that everybody good? I think it was Ron. Okay. Councilman Ron Davis. Good.
Resolution number 2526, a resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute an agreement by and between the City of New Iberia and Iberia Parish Sewage District Number 1, and further authorizing an increase in required matching funds for the T-Bayou wastewater treatment plant improvements project.
I need a motion.
I move. Second.
Councilman Troy Como and Councilman Warren White. These expenses we pay half of because that is the plant that we own on half with the parish.
Mayor, do we pay the parish the half, or the parish pays us the half?
So the way it's set up right now, I think we're paying 100% of
Yep,
the
and they pay us back.
Up to a certain, or our agreed, half.
Yeah.
And then they pay construction fees in the same amount. And anything over that, we would split 50-50. It's kind of,
So we put up our money
So we're
first?
putting up all our money first.
they're putting up their money, correct?
Yes.
It's on their books.
And then we pay them?
We pay them.
Yeah, we
Yes.
pay them? Okay,
Yes.
all right. That's a
And
good
then
question.
we run the plant?
No.
They
They run the plant.
Statewide runs the plant.
Oh, statewide, okay.
Statewide.
Well, that's what I was wondering, 'cause statewide runs the
it
plant.
for them.
That's
correct.
right.
But them, not for us.
But we own it on half, so
Okay, but we-
statewide's running it for us too.
Okay,
but-
that's,
Yeah.
because I knew they would
Yes, sir.
involved in
But
that
that's why I'm
plan.
saying we already had, the reason I think we got a good deal
Yeah.
on the item prior is because statewide, we're already in
Yeah.
business with statewide.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get at.
And Brad kind of handles the DMR side of it, I handle the risk management side of it.
Yeah, the duties have all been split up and it's been working. I mean, it's been like that for years, so.
Yeah.
I can hear something on this side, Joe. Got
No.
comment, question?
No, it's working better. Years it wasn't working as good.
No, but right now it's working pretty good.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Partnerships are tough. Anybody else? Everybody good?
Yep.
Please vote your machines. Five check?
Aye.
Aye, 5-0. I'm sorry.
Resolution number 2527, a resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute an agreement with Third Coast Maintenance LLC for commercial janitorial services at certain City of New Iberia locations.
Okay, this is janitorial for this building, the police building, and the sewer plant. We have janitorial services now. These janitorial services, we just bid out again. We got new bids. This is our low bidder. They are more expensive, and Councilman Ron Davis is gonna ask me where I got the money. We had some savings, and the reason I'm picking on him, what we budgeted for electrical. Clico came in, it's a commercial, just for a second. They changed every light in this building and made them all more efficient in that program, a year and a half ago. So I'm telling you, our utility bills are a lot less. So we actually, for this year anyway, we'll rebudget when we do the budget together. I'm taking the savings that we've had in utilities, and that's how I'm paying for a year of the extra janitorial costs.
So it really works.
So it really works, okay? Now, at the end of the day, we'll be paying $3,000 more a month, okay? But it's 3 buildings.
All right.
And we're getting better service. We bid it out 2 or 3 different ways. I went for the Cadillac first and realized I had to cut down to the Chevy because janitorial is expensive. The people we've had now, they will be leaving, but we're gonna have much better service and much more, cleaning, plus it's 3 buildings. So I think it's well worth doing because we live here every day and we've had some complaints and some, things that didn't quite go like we wanted, and we tried for a while to communicate some changes, and sometimes it happened, sometimes it didn't. So we're moving on.
So Mayor, you spoke about the police department, or you talking about the 911, or used to be?
Yeah, the
That one you
Cliff
talking about?
Oakland building,
Cliff
yeah. So
Oakland,
it's
okay.
this building, the Cliff Oakland building, and the sewer plant.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions or comments? We don't have a motion yet. So, not having a motion yet, because while we were in the explanation phase, Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, I need a second.
Second.
Councilman Dan Dahl. Well, I want y'all to know everything. So, I'd rather have to be
You're
reminded.
jumping the gun.
I'd rather be reminded to do the motion than not tell you what's going on.
Well, that's true. As long
You
as
know
you
what
get
I
the
mean?
motion.
All right, so we got a first and a second. We got anybody complaining? Everybody's good? Please vote your machines. Thank you very much. All right, 6A.
Introduction of ordinance number 2025-05, a resolution authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute a preventative maintenance agreement with Calcasieu Mechanical Contractors Incorporated for the City Hall HVAC system and setting for public hearing on March 18th, 2025.
I need a motion.
So move.
Councilman Dan Dahl.
Second.
Second, Councilman Troy Como. This building has a chilled air system. We spent $100,000 on the controls. We are worked out the kinks in that contract. Dan's gonna be the subject matter expert, but, let me tell you, chilled water systems are very different and require a lot of maintenance, a lot of upkeep, which we had not been doing.
Okay.
When I got here, it was a mess. We didn't want to spend the $100,000. We did some patching a few times and just kind of spot where we had problems. The $100,000 that we spent has done us a lot of good. I think there's one office we're still, and they were here today correcting that. But what we have been lacking on is maintenance. So this gives us a maintenance contract some extended warranty on the stuff, because, you know, if you got to start adjusting VAV boxes, and there's just a whole lot of parts to these systems that we don't have anybody who can do it. So that's the reason for this.
I got a couple of questions.
I'm sure you do, sir.
So it looks like at least they're doing everything from changing filters to cleaning drains to
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
And annually, how many times they doing it a year?
I'm gonna have to look.
Should have been 40, wasn't 40.
I read it, it's in there.
Annual inspection.
They do an annual inspection, and
Saw it,
I want to say it's 3 times a year, but I'm not positive. Might be 4. I'm gonna have to look.
Well, checking, the reason I'm just saying.
No.
The most important part, because we do
Is
have-
changing those filters. huh?
Yeah, and we have some new equipment there that's not too old that we spent a lot of money on.
That's the other reason I want to do this.
Yeah, but because sometimes you do a maintenance on the air conditioning side, and you do a maintenance on the heating side, but then you maintain the filters maybe more often than that. And that's the most important part of the system.
Okay, I would check. I know they do.
Well, I mean, I don't need, that was just a question.
No,
I mean,
I'm
not-
trying to get you an answer.
Not support it because of that, but we need to make sure, because the list they gave you of what they're gonna do, oh gracious.
It's a lot of stuff.
It's a
It's a lot of
I
stuff.
mean, they're very detailed.
Yeah, if they do all that, then,
Well, I'm gonna hold them to it because I don't want to spend any more money on this system.
Right, right.
but it looks like they removed 2 systems out, all the systems you had.
Yes. I thought in the preventive maintenance section it said how often.
Looking right now.
But, so,
Air filter system. Okay, they got a whole section on.
yeah, I mean, I'm not, just check on, it. I mean, and one thing about it, anything, we have a contract with them that they could charge us so much an hour to call us, other than the times they do the maintenance, correct?
Yes.
They do our service work.
Yes.
And something else. And they do the controls also, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It just says clean and required, because they either change them or they clean them.
That's all they're saying.
And in the supplement, all filters to be changed semi-annual, 2 times per contract year using high-quality pleated filters. That's when they change them, but they also clean them in between.
So twice a year they change the filters.
Yes.
Right, but they don't say anything else.
But they say they clean them as required.
Might not, I mean, that's you the expert.
Yeah.
It just doesn't, it's not too often. But
Okay, I'll check.
But it has to be done, because this is a system that was in neglect for years, and then we invested a lot of money.
Changes per year, two.
Yeah, I see that, but I don't think that's it.
Twice an annual.
Okay, yeah.
You think?
Yeah, just-
That's what that is?
I think it is. That's why I
what
said
I'm reading.
2 to 3 in the beginning, but I know they clean them in between,
Okay.
but I don't know how much.
And how much is that, Mayor? We pay them quarterly or yearly, or?
2
I think
payments.
it's twice.
Payments.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs to be done. I know it's.
You know how those air conditioning people are, they want their money.
Not all of them. But good, I think it's needed, especially a system, as you mentioned, with all
Yeah,
the.
it's such a complex system.
it is such a
you know,
complex
And
system.
I've already paid to
And you-
rebuild it. I don't
And
want
you
to do that
redid
again.
everything, the controls, you redid everything, the air
We did
handlers.
the air handlers, we
Everything.
did the
Yeah.
tower, with the chilling tower,
everything.
we did everything.
Yeah.
That's it.
All
That's
right, hang on, everybody. Everybody got something. I'll just come around. Councilman Davis?
I did a little looking, and I'm not an AC expert by far, but after was looking at the AC units for DNA and in the Masonic Hall, it just piqued my curiosity a little bit. And that steam water system, I understand, is one of the best systems you can
Chill
get.
water.
When they
Chill water,
work.
I'm saying.
Yeah, when they work.
When they work.
Yeah, but you're limited to people working on it.
Exactly. So
That's why you
how old
gotta-
is this system?
I replaced it all since I've been here.
Yeah.
Now, how old was it before? It was probably,
I put in.
yeah, you put it in years ago. But we only replaced the chiller
and the
tower
air handler.
probably 4 years ago, I guess. And then I have slowly replaced every air handler in this building.
And the boiler.
And the boiler. And then I had and some electrical to support all that. And then we had the $100,000 contract to redo all the controls that they just finished last year.
So apparently these folks are pretty thorough.
They're very thorough.
What they
And
do.
any of the commercial jobs that I have as a contractor, they've done my work. I mean, they do good work.
They do.
There's not many people you can pick from, to tell you the truth, you know? The chill water's just
So, one hypothetical question then. Let's say, I'm not sure, with all the different components that goes into this, and you said you did a lot of replacement and repairs and so on and so forth, and I'm not sure what's the main operating part of this unit.
Well, we've
but-
changed every bit of it, so there's nothing left to change. If we are successful with this, I think it's gonna prolong this system for a long time. There's no Achilles heel. In other words, there was when I got here, everything was bad. And then we changed it one part at a time because I didn't have the money. But there's nothing, if you're looking for the Achilles heel, like what's left to bite us, there isn't one. I mean, we've changed everything.
So how much would it take to replace it, though? I'm just asking.
Oh, my God, you'd be,
$500,000?
I'd say 600,000-700,000.
Keep fixing it.
Easy.
Yeah, no, that's
Keep
why
fixing
I
it.
realized when we could get this, we need to keep this up. Because we probably spent that much money. We spent it over years, but I bet I spent $700,000. We did it piecemeal, but now that it's done, I don't want to have to redo it.
Right, okay.
I'm gonna come down the line. Councilman Romero, you had something?
Well, you answered the question. I'm saying, the thing about all of the money you spent already before, and this thing was like this a long time ago. I'm saying, the money that was spent before, this is, this is gonna be something that you shouldn't have to worry about, we shouldn't have to worry about for a long period of time. You know, so it's saving money from what I'm looking at.
You buy a good car, you gotta change the oil.
You know that. Do your transmission fluid though, too.
That's it. Thank you, man. Yes, sir.
No, just for the record, this is this building only.
Yes, this is only this building.
Yeah,
Correct.
this
Correct.
building only that we have maintenance.
Yeah, definitely. Anybody else?
Mayor, I
Good?
got a question.
Oh, yes, sir.
Sometime in his agreements that we do they show anything about when they do change a part that's not in warranty, what kind of markup they're gonna do to the city? Because sometimes when you sign an agreement, you can get them
I did not see
to,
that.
to minimize, you know what I'm talking about? Since they gonna get to work,
yeah.
sometimes there's a,
Minus price.
Like a
there's
markup control kind of thing?
you
It's not
can,
in this, I read it.
but,
It's
no,
not in
but
it.
sometimes you can do that and you might wanna question.
No, it's not in here. I read it though.
Yeah,
Not in here.
I mean, anything to save money, and they probably will.
I can ask him.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
That's a good question.
I mean,
Especially for the
put on
longevity.
it tonight, I'm gonna do it either way,
Yeah,
if that's okay with y'all,
That's
but I
fine.
will try to get that if I can. I mean,
Yeah.
Why
That's a
wouldn't
good
I?
question. For the longevity, that's a good question.
That's why you're the man, Dan.
yeah.
Any other questions or comments? Then please vote your machines. Thank you. Good discussion. I appreciate the help. 6B.
Introduction of ordinance number 2025-06, a resolution, these are ordinances. They're supposed to say ordinance, sorry.
It's okay.
An
repeat.
ordinance.
Yeah.
No.
No, it's not. She just has
One's
resolution.
maintenance, one's controls.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
An ordinance authorizing the mayor to negotiate and execute a controls investment service agreement with Calcasieu Mechanical Contractors Incorporated for the City Hall HVAC system and setting for public hearing on March 18th, 2025.
I need a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas, second Councilman David Merrill. Any more discussion on this?
You can ask them about this one also.
Yeah, well, if I ask for one, I'll ask for both.
They will do it too.
Okay, good. Everybody good? Then please vote your machines. Thank you. 6C.
Introduction of special ordinance number 2024-2025-12, an ordinance amending the budget to appropriate funding related to additional Tesh Haven subdivision access and setting for public hearing on March 18th, 2025.
This is the money, moving the money to talk about what we talked about earlier. I need a motion.
Motion.
Councilman Dan Dahl and then Councilman Warren White have the second. Is there any discussion on this? Same subject, our service road. This is just a bookkeeping.
I'm good.
Everybody good? Please vote your machines. Thank you. 6D.
Introduction of special ordinance number 2024-2025-13, an ordinance amending the budget to appropriate funding for the Low Brooklyn Park project, FPNC number 50 ML1 2204, and setting for public hearing on March 18th, 2025.
I need a motion. Councilman Dan Dahl.
Second.
Second. Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas. This is our state capital outlay project, Little Brooklyn Park. Any questions or comments? And please vote your machines. And we got a contractor, so that's gonna be started. All right. 6E.
Introduction of special ordinance number 2024-2025-14, and ordinance amending the budget for the Sucrose Drive wastewater treatment plant headworks upgrade and rehabilitation project, and setting for public hearing on March 18th, 2025.
I need a motion.
I move.
Second?
Motion by Councilman Troy Como, second by Mayor Pro Tem Ricky Gonsalas. Any discussion on this one? It's just our budget amendment for our headworks project.
A lot of work going on here right there.
We did, we
out
did.
there.
And the drum screens, I didn't mention that yet, the drum screens came in, I mean, 1 per 18-wheeler, they're huge. They're much larger than what we have now, so our capacity of inflow with that first solar project coming, all this is coming together at a good time we're really gonna have the capacity to handle whatever they send us.
We had talked about additional drum screen
It's coming.
possibility.
We did it.
Are we gonna get it in there?
Yes, right now, Craig can come up, we got 2 of them.
Remember we had this.
Get those 2 in, and the third one's coming.
Contract is to furnish the third, correct?
Yes, yes, we furnished 2.
That's
Which
right.
we ordered early to make sure we made the time.
Right, because we had ordered 2, and I didn't know about the third, right?
They just finished vacuuming out all the headworks, troughs and whatnot. A lot of nasty stuff in there, but, the liners seem to be intact pretty well. So there may not be as much concrete repair work behind the liner.
Oh, good.
As we suspected, so we may be able to save some money on that.
Good.
But that's just.
And that third drum screen comes in when? Did the contractor let you
I'm
know?
not sure, but I can ask.
But I mean, our 2 are gonna handle one of those
Yeah.
drum screens
That
are
third
bigger.
is just
Extra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because one of those is as big as the 2 we had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of them is twice the size.
Yeah. And we have 2 of them.
Right. Well, I know we had talked about the budget, and we were looking at the numbers when
No,
we
it
first
worked
read. It worked out, so.
Cool. Everybody good? Then please vote your machine. Thank you, Greg. Madam Clerk, 7A.
Hearing and action on the state of buildings located at 1608 Elm Street, District 3, per resolution number 2509, resolution number 2528.
Okay, let's get out, because I've been forgetting tonight, let's get our motion, our second out the way.
I move.
Hear the story. Do I have a
I
motion?
move.
Councilman Troy Como, do I have a second?
Second.
Councilwoman Brooke Marcotte, all right, my housekeeping's done. For now.
Put the districts on there.
I didn't send you that outline, so I'm just gonna jump in. You got it? Okay. If you don't mind, I can explain what's going on.
Sure, please do.
This is a house we've been talking about forever, and we have it on the grant list for demolition, and this is our Plan B. Our Plan B is if the grant doesn't come through for some reason, we want to be in a position to demolish it. So we scheduled it for the hearing tonight. It's 1608 Elm Street. It's owned by an estate that is Muriel Abshire Marie's estate, and Maureen Marie is the executrix of the estate. She's in charge of it. So we gave notice of this hearing to her, and we have a good green card back. And I also sent a notice to Kay Clark, who's the attorney for the estate, and I called for her and left a message, and I emailed her about tonight's meeting and said, if we need to talk, give me a call. We haven't heard anything from any of them. You know, they expect that we're going to get the grant, that we're going to demolish this project at no cost to them and no cost to the public, the local public. And we believe that's true, but this is our backup plan. So, so that's the background on this thing, and it's in pretty bad shape.
Absolutely.
It's big.
Recently, the roof caved in even further.
Yep.
So. You can see it right there.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
There's no going back.
And there, you know, is there any alternative to demolition?
Not for this property.
I mean, it's kind of self-demolishing at this point.
Yep, yep, demolition by neglect.
Yeah. So, we do have an agreement for them under the grant, but this would give us a Plan B. And we're supposed to have a time period we give them to demolish the house on their own. You know, we could say 30 days. I don't know what the schedule is on the grant. Do we know?
Yeah, that's what I'm about to ask. What is the schedule?
Madam Clerk?
We don't know.
Not really. We talking to the state, and we've been going back and forth constantly, and we're waiting on some paperwork. I don't know when it's gonna We have some all our environmental is in because we had to do the asbestos testing and all that, but we haven't moved to where they said we can start demoing
Yeah,
houses.
well, if we say demolish in 30 days, we send the notice out to them saying that's the decision of the council, then they have 5 days to file a district court appeal, which they probably won't. But, it'll take some time for us to get this going, but we thought we'd get it in the hopper and be ready to move if we had to. So,
Yeah. Councilman Slocum, you had your hand up.
Yeah, so the grant comes first, and then you will engage with the bidding process?
Yes.
After.
Once they let me, once the state says.
Once it's funded,
Oh, you can start spending money, we're gonna put them out to bid as fast as we can. We have a pretty good system of that, and that doesn't take long.
no, we spoke briefly about the perimeter and having access to the property, to the house, what's left of it. And I passed by there today, and there are some huge pine trees that are within 18 inches, 24 inches from the curb, the concrete curb.
But we gotta move them out the way to do our job.
Yeah.
So the ones that we have to move or cut,
Will be part of the bidding process.
we're gonna have to do it. They have to be able to tear the house.
Right, exactly.
yeah, the demo money is to demo the building. But if it's necessary to take trees out,
Yeah.
we have to take
We just
trees
gotta
out.
take them out.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not trying to preserve the trees, I'm just saying I was asked, that's why I asked about the bidding
It was
process.
a roadblock.
Yeah, that's why I was asking if the bidding process would come after the grant has been guaranteed or received.
Soon as they tell me we can spend the money.
Yeah.
There's a pretty nice live oak tree on there.
Yeah.
My question, and I just mentioned Freddie, but being at the pictures, it looks like it's pretty unsafe condition. Is the possibility that we can take it off the grant list and just put on our list and do it? I'm asking, without any hassle, or would that jeopardize us, Freddie?
Well, they signed a paper and we agreed we would keep it in the program, because then it doesn't cost them any money.
Right.
We
So-
agreed Plan A was the grant.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So this could be a while, I would think.
I hope not,
I
but
hope
it
not,
could be a
but
little while.
yeah.
I mean, we're going back and forth with the state, you know. I mean,
I just thought seeing the conditions might rectify quicker.
yeah, from what Laney can tell, we think maybe up to 2 months on this, on the demo grant,
Maybe so.
at the most, yes, sir.
Looking at the pictures, it's in bad shape.
Oh, yeah.
Seemingly a real hazard. Are we doing anything to secure the property from anyone or putting any type of signs, or can we do it?
Not really. If it's in imminent danger of falling on another piece of property, which we've only had that happen once in my 8 years, we took emergency steps, okay? If it's contained in itself, where it's not gonna hurt anything else, you'd have to go make yourself get hurt. You'd have to go trespass on the property, go into it to get hurt. It's not a danger as it sits because it's not directly affecting, it's isolated enough. But we don't go board up stuff, we don't go in the
Yeah, it's
history of.
beyond that. for
Yeah,
sure.
as the
I
history
mean,
of here, or even as the mayor pro tem, we don't go on, if it's not a danger and it's just sitting there, we don't really do anything.
You'd have to rebuild the whole envelope,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah, you can't keep people out of it because there's not much left of it.
no.
What's boarded up, all the boards have been.
The boards are rotten and they fell in. The boards are in better shape than the walls that we're trying to protect.
That would be a waste of taxpayer money.
Yeah. So it's the property owner's risk is basically where we are.
Yeah, they're still liable. The families, the estate is still liable
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah.
Until,
It's also why we never take possession of adjudicated property, because then we'd have the same exact problem.
it's just nasty for the neighbors.
Oh, it is, it's terrible. They have
The
suffered.
rodents, yeah.
I've met with them 3 or 4 times and I want to get this done.
Yeah,
And-
And we all do.
And they've been very reasonable.
They've been,
Yes.
yes, they have. We met with them maybe a month ago,
Yeah.
3 weeks ago.
Couple- yeah,
A
little
few
more.
weeks ago.
Right.
And they were, more than
They
reasonable.
understand in the process.
Yeah, yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Unfortunately, we have several more that
You
are.
do? You haven't?
I have another one.
Every district has,
Yeah.
I know.
And
Yeah.
it just so happened, this one and the one that I'm paying close attention to now is another big house.
It is a big house.
Yeah.
And we've had some criminal activity there.
Yes.
I know.
Okay.
Everybody good? though we don't have a motion. Yeah, we don't have a motion. We're gonna need something to vote
So
on.
moved.
I already made the motion.
30 days?
I made the
Troy
motion.
made the motion.
But to say what we were doing, we just
No.
opened up the discussion.
Well,
But now
that's
what
right.
I'm saying is, we gotta flesh it out of what we're
Exactly. What we gonna do.
30 days, give them 30 days, then we move forward.
She
We're
recommended.
supposed to give them a time period to do it
Right, no, I
themselves.
know, we didn't do that. Is that your recommendation?
Yes.
Okay. So we already had a first and a second, but the recommendation, so everybody knows what we're voting on, is we're gonna give them 30 days.
Gotcha.
Is everybody good with that?
Yep.
Any other discussion? Please vote your machines.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Matt. All right, Councilman's remarks. I'm gonna start with Councilman Dan Dahl.
Hey, Mayor, I don't know who should get the credit for this, but I know there's a lot of things every weekend's going on downtown. It's really great to have that. And people, after it happens, a couple people said, I didn't know that was going on. I don't know what more we can do to advertise what's happening downtown on weekends. But we do have stuff almost every weekend, it seems like. And I know we do it on our city, I don't know what, in the
We have a
paper,
city
I see it in the
calendar.
paper sometime.
We have a
I
city
don't-
calendar on our website. We try to keep that
You got the
up.
marquee?
We got the marquee at the
Yeah.
Slyman. I try to talk about things every 2 weeks when I go on the radio.
Yeah.
You know, all the civic groups and all the people that we partner with do a great job of putting it on Facebook, you know, because they're
Yeah.
promoting their events.
Right.
You look right now and they're promoting the Spanish Festival, they're promoting, you know, there's
Right.
always something to promote the upcoming stuff. If we can think of ways to do more, I want to do it because I want to get the word out, but, you know, not having a paper every day, even though, you know, we think Facebook is the be-all, end-all, a lot of people are not on social media, and the newspaper used to provide them with a lot of information, but it's not every day.
Well, I want to say, over the years, I see a big improvement of activities downtown. Talking about the pavilion that we just accepted today is going to be used more and more than we probably ever did. And when you get people downtown, then they do eat at the restaurants, they do get involved, and it does make a difference. You know, somebody was talking about, they were kind of aggravated when we had the Mardi Gras parade, how the traffic was stopped so far away from where the parade is. At the end of the day, the taxes we get that night with people that eat out because of they being out already is a big deal. People don't see that. Some people complain about traffic, but just like when the road program starts, they have some complaints, but they want new roads, they want good roads.
Oh, yeah.
And they can complain the whole time we putting the roads down.
Somebody criticized me because
Yeah.
I said it was going to be a war zone,
Yeah,
but I mean,
yeah.
it is. It's going to be, you know,
But
let's hope for
anyway.
it. Progress is.
I think it's a lot of good things that happen, and downtown's starting to really being used, and with the pavilion and the commitment with the city there, and so we just, it's gonna get better. So I want to thank the administration or whoever for that, because I see a big difference.
Well, it's all of us.
Yeah.
And what I have noticed since my time serving as pro tem till now, okay, that's a lot of years, our whole community embraces what we got going on. Go to the Mardi Gras parade, go to the Halloween parade, go to the Gumbo Cook-Off, go to the Sugarcane Festival, go to the Spanish Festival. I see people from every part of our town. There was a time that really didn't happen, so I think our whole town is embracing what we have that is unique. Youngsville, Broussard, and Lafayette don't have a bayou through the middle of that town, and they don't have the downtown we have. So I think finally everybody is realizing what an asset it is, and you're right, we have put money into it through both terms that I've been here, as well as this term, but it's going to pay off. And besides the tax dollars, it's the quality of life. You know, when you have a community that has something every weekend, people come from out of town, they'll tell me, man, y'all got something. They're amazed at how many events we have. Look, all next week we have the Plein Air Festival.
Yeah.
You know, we got 28 artists coming from around the country to come and paint here for a week. It doesn't seem like a big old deal, but it is. You got people from, you know, even some people from, I don't know if they came this year. We had some people that applied who weren't even from the United States. But we have people from almost, you know, a ton of states coming from further than you would think in New Iberia. You know, the Literary Festival, you know, I can go on and on. You know, James Lee Burke's books. We got people coming. We have tons of events that, you know, Bunk Johnson Festival. You can just go on and on. We have so much culture here. Finally, I think we're embracing it. But it's that quality of life that I get excited about.
And let me tell you one more thing about the quality of life is the Pepperplex. how much it grew. Someone went the other day and said, wow. I said, well, you didn't see anything yet, 'cause they still got some stuff happening.
We got $3 million coming.
But that's a prime example of people remember Pepperplex when we started it, and it didn't have the quality of what the kids need to play, and you
You're
see
right.
it now. And that's like downtown. It all ties in together. So I just want to applaud the city and the efforts of everybody making that happen, because it ends up helping us with our budget, because when people go out, there's not many times they go home and eat. They got to stop on the way home to eat, and it's a big deal. So I just want to applaud the city for the efforts we've been doing. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I'd like to say that those accolades are big, because there is a lot of change going on within the city. Downtown in particular, there's always some people there, day or night, even across the city. Seems like there's some positive things that's going on, and there's a lot more to come, you know. We still have a lot of work to do, but hey, just got to take our boots off and our gloves and get busy. So just keep doing what we're doing, y'all.
Thank you. Councilman Merrill?
We've come a long way in Iberia, Iberia, with a lot of things we've done here too. I wanted to put something on the agenda for the next meeting. I did. The mayor allowed me to do it. And it's about Lewis Street and 20 Orpid. When I was on the council before, I tried to look at seeing what DOTD would do as far as putting a light there and on Jefferson Terrace. And it took a long while, and they ended up turning me down. And then they said that there wasn't enough traffic on Jefferson Terrace and Lewis Street, which I don't even know what they're talking about, because it's ridiculous. But anyway, Jefferson Terrace got done, but I've been getting a lot of complaints for years, and even when I got back on this council, if you go to 20 Orpid and try to get on Lewis Street, you'll see what I'm talking about. There's no turning lane there. And once they get to the light on Dale Street, going all the way to the track, it's all the way running straight down. But 20 Orpid and Lewis Street needs that. And I want to say to anybody that's listening to the meeting, if you can come, fill out a card, you know, anything to help us, to help DOTD see that this is something that been needed and we needed to do, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
No, just to echo some of the sentiments, this community has to believe in progress, and progress there's some pain and growing pains with it. We're working very, very hard to get those accomplished, and the success is going to be forthcoming, so just be patient with us. Because I get a lot of calls on the Jane Street, I'm sure you are too.
Oh my God.
You're right.
You're right. That's
Jesus.
And wait till it crosses Main Street and St. Peter Street.
So just be patient with
And hits Hopkins Street.
Be patient with Jane Street. It's coming.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'll just say the quality of life is getting better and better. The package that people look for, where they want, how they choose where they want to live. The jobs are here. The businesses or the business community is growing. The rooftops are coming. The quality of life and for after 5 p.m. is important as well. And all of the things that y'all just said are important ingredients to making our community a better place for people to choose. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
Thank you, sir.
All I have to say is, with the mobile unit on the corner of Hopkins and Washington, I want to let the people know it's not a blood drive, because they thought it was, you know, to donate blood. It's not that. It's to come get yourself checked. Please utilize it. Please come out. Got 2 Wednesdays left. We have the 12th and the 19th left.
Yep.
And also they're gonna be Friday at St. Francis Diner. So please come out there and use it.
Thank you, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I just want to let the public know, and you guys as well, that Evangeline Little League is still actually open for registration in a few different age groups. They've extended it to make it a little bit more competitive. Some of the age groups are closed because there's so many kids. With that being said, they also need some coaches. So if anyone wants to be a coach, Dan.
A real coach.
A real coach. They're looking
I
for
would not support
volunteers.
that. I would not support that, Ms. Marcotte. I can tell you.
I'm voting no.
I vote no on that.
Okay, so anyone who would be, you know, a decent coach to these children, Please step up and reach out to Evangeline Little League. I'm done. Thank you.
Fishing and shrimping, maybe, but definitely not.
Oh, he can coach that. He can shrimp it.
They would leave the Pepperplex. Yeah.
All right, kind of on the vein of thought, since that's where we on, master study, that's in the works. We had a couple meetings, and that's ongoing to begin developing that. I'll be getting y'all involved as we go a little further. Signed the contract for the economic study, which that's gonna be the tool we use to add more businesses and more quality of life. Mentioned Plan Air, that happens all next week, and, yes, Plan Air. And the following Friday, not this Friday, but the next, is when they have the art sale, and that generates money to keep this going, so we always invite the public. All of this is at the Slyman this year. This is the first year the city hosted, so not this Friday, but next, there'll be art for sale. And if you're not gonna buy, you can at least come out and look and see what these people, it's a kind of a good refresher to realize just how special of a place we live when you get 28 talented people to come and paint, because they paint our street scenes, they paint our nature, they go out around Acadiana as well, but they do concentrate a lot of their efforts here and in the city of Delcombe. So when you kind of look at it through somebody else's eyes, you kind of really appreciate what we kind of get used to looking at. You know, quick story on the pavilion and what we're doing now and accepting this phase. I see he was Councilman Shudu Lewis at the time as well. Dan was here, a couple of guys were here. You know, we made some moves to build that first little pavilion when nobody believed in us, and it shouldn't have happened. And we did some fun things to make it happen. But that just shows how you plant a seed and it grows. That thing has become very well utilized. We have the most historic parking lot in the country because a lot of historic buildings were torn down to create that parking lot. So for years, we kind of knocked the parking lot. Well, if we didn't have it, downtown wouldn't be what it is. But what we have succeeded in doing is create our history kind of back again. So although the courthouse was there, the first city hall was there, the Chamber of Commerce building, this really cool little jail that they tore down that should have stayed up. They said a bulldozer hit it, I don't believe it. Anyway, so with all of that, we have kind of recreated what we always had. Those fake communities that are in Lafayette and Youngsville, you know, they're trying to do what we're built to do. So having that center square, having that parking lot, having this pavilion with the addition, with all the things we've added, the Veterans Memorial, all those things play together to make that the heart of our community. It's not the only part of our community that's important, because our people are important, our whole community is important. But that gives us a place to at least celebrate what the rest of our town is about. It's a good way to bring us all together and celebrate our whole town. So, but none of that happens in a vacuum. So from all those years ago when we just kind of crammed that, said we're going to make it happen and you know, it's going to work. We have the faith that it's going to work out. That's why you do what you do. You get criticism and rocks to the head when you do something new, but it's you planting a seed. And I appreciate, you know, the sentiment, because that's why my two past councils and this council is why we succeed, because we got vision, we have faith that what we're doing is for the betterment of our community, and there's not one of y'all who'd be sitting up here if you didn't believe that. So I thank you for that, because we sure can't do it alone. Other than that, motion to adjourn.
So move.
Thank you.